What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the recap with LCAOD. I am business on the different parts. And it's Monday, May 15th. The market is closed officially. And pretty much still didn't do anything today. The market didn't. Um, you know, we got a lot of economic data going out this week. We got retail earnings coming out this week, retail data in the morning. The market is anticipating all of this stuff. We got Jerome Powell speaking this week. We actually have a lot of Fed speakers this week speaking as well. But the market is lit this week. But as of right now, no moves yet. It's still pick a direction right now. Pick a direction mode. We haven't gotten to that frame of where we're going yet. But overall, I think here with the tension is bound to break. We got debt ceiling talks, debt ceiling negotiations going on, and it's a lot happening on Wall Street this week. But before we go any further, I would like to let you all know the description here. Before we go any further. The description is, as you know, and as you can see below, this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get straight into what happened today. S&P 500 closes higher as debt ceiling negotiations in Washington are set to resume. The broader index added 0.3% to 4,136.28 points. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial Average snapped a 5-day losing streak, gaining 47.98 points, or 0.14%, to 33,348.60. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite outperformed, rising 0.66% to 12,365.21. So today, the market really didn't do too much, but tech kind of did pull the market up a little bit. Some of the tech stocks did. It was mixed all across the board, man, really. Not too much going on, you guys. Three things still to watch. We're still waiting on retail sales, debt ceiling worries still going on. Earnings taking place, Home Depot in the morning, Target tomorrow, the morning after. Walmart the morning after that. So we're looking at those three names. They're heavy on the earnings this week. Three things to watch. One stock to buy, one stock to sell this week. Buy Walmart, sell Home Depot. We're going to see if that's true in the morning on Home Depot. Here are my 5 top things to know this week. U.S. debt ceiling talks, U.S. retail sales, Fed Chair Powell speaks, and earnings, man, for real. Also reporting all of these names. Bob Badu is reporting in the morning. So we got a lot of earnings, man. Be on the lookout for that, for real. This is retail week, retail China week. U.S. economic data this week. New York Fed Manufacturing Index on Monday. You saw how that kicked off the market today. We had a little bit of a cheek lay, a little bit of a pullback early this morning, and the market did firing back where it wanted to go. Consolidation. We're going to go over the charts and numbers here momentarily. Retail sales tomorrow is the big thing to be looking out for, along with Home Depot's earnings in the morning. Retail sales with the Home Depot earnings it's going to be big. It's going to be big. Housing starts Wednesday. Jobless claims data Thursday. Philly Fed Manufacturing Index on Thursday. And existing home sales on Thursday, you guys. That's the economic data to be ready for. That's what we're looking out for. Fed speakers this week, we had one this morning, a few this morning, a few today. We got a few tomorrow, a lot tomorrow, a couple tomorrow. Bar Williams, be on the lookout for that. Thursday, we got a couple. Logan, Bowman Friday, Powell Friday, 11 a.m. That's the key one. Powell Friday, 11 a.m. That's the key one. Powell Friday, 11 a.m. So be ready for the Fed speakers this week, you guys. Earnings this week, Monday. Hey, Monday did go up. We're going to go over that chart here momentarily. Monday went up on a Monday. Oh, man, their earnings hit Workhorse. We're going to look at Workhorse and see what they did. But like I said, we got C Limited, Baidu, and Home Depot in the morning. That's going to be very, 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 very key to the market. We're gonna see what they're doing. We're gonna see what they got. You got the bag or not. It's earnings season. You either got the bag or not. That's what it boils down to with earnings season. You got the bag or not. That's what they think. That's how they act. So be ready for that action in the morning, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the charts and numbers, starting with the SPY. We're gonna start with the SPY here. I'm gonna take a quick little second here, not too long. I want y'all to see my charts. I want y'all to see my drawing. You see what I drew out. Didn't hit what I drew out on the SPY to the upside, as you can see, but it did trail some of my drawing. Pay attention. Look at it. Take a moment. Take a moment. You got it. You see the moment. You see it. You got it. You can understand what's going on here. All right, I'm gonna rest the drawing. Y'all check the last recap. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and also, be mindful of what's going on to this recap. It all should make sense to you. But look, right here, 1 day perspective on the SPY. 1 day perspective on the SPY. The SPY definitely 1 day perspective on the SPY. So it looks like we opened here. Another little type of a gap up situation here. But it sold right back into it. It did find support right here, you guys, right there. 410.24. Remember, I told you guys that's either support or resistance. And again, this number shows support today. We got support off that number, and it went to 411. Then it went to 412 here, and then it finally broke out here. The SPY broke out to 413 at a point in time, and this all happened today. It's just a lot of movement, and then it came back down. It did come back down, found support right there again, 411.60, and consolidated up, held up here basically, closed here 412.68. So that's what the SPY is doing. The SPY is showing a bullish trend here. It looks weak. It looks weak. If you notice, this trend looks weak compared to the 5-day perspective here, as you can see, and the 1-month perspective, as you can see. We're scrunched up over here in a box, and it just looks like we're just consolidating right now. The market is expecting a move of this sort, so that's not happening yet. So until you see a breakout above or a breakdown below, we're still just really in the same range. We're in chop zone here. We're in chop city. The Bulls do got the momentum as of today, but they are in a danger area where the gap's technically filled here, so they could easily just pull back here. 410 retest quickly, and possibly this time 409 retest, and maybe even possibly this gap fill at 407 retest to the downside. But we're gonna see though, looking at it, from a 1 day perspective, obviously, we're gonna see. Looking at it from the 1 day perspective. Tomorrow, if it can't continue this bullish trend here as it is, if the SPY goes up to about 413.50, just looking for a breakout to 414.50, and if you get there, I would like to see if it rejects or consolidates and pushes higher to 415 back to 416, and we could be peaking right back at all-time highs again for this year, obviously year to date, all-time highs. So it's a possibility that we could be retesting this channel. This channel. Canon is an indicator, but that's an advanced indicator. We're not gonna do that on this public one. But yeah, basically, like I said, we'll see though if we're retesting this channel, this candle here, of about 418 on the SPY, to the upside, or what I'm saying, or we're about to retest this one to the low 404. That's really what it is here. Once it breaks out of either one of these ranges and directions, then you'll start to see the market move a lot. You'll see a lot more volatility. Right now, we're just, like I say, in chop zone. But that's the upside levels I'm expecting there. But that's what I'm expecting too, to see if it's going to reject when it gets to 414.50, if it does hit it, or if it's going to consolidate and go higher. That's what you got to be looking out for. If it's going to be a breakout, a real one, or a false one. But if this is your top here, to the downside, I am, because this breakout here is looking kind of weak. So if this is your top here, to the downside, I'm just looking for a back test at 411.60. Once that doesn't hold, I'm looking for a breakdown all the way back to 410 here. And then we got to test it even here to see if it's really support or not. So that 410 level to the downside is what I'm looking at here to see if it finds support and bounces back up, or it finds false support and break back down and really sell off here. So that's what I'm looking at to the downside tomorrow on the SPY, you guys. The DIA got a bullish breakout here, a few points here, as you can see. With the SPY, got a little breakout here. So they found support over here. 331 is support. It did break out at 334. And a huge green candle there at the end of the day right there. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. To the upside level, I'm looking at on the DIA is a break back above this 334 level. If you can get back above that, next level I'm looking for is 335 to 336.50 on the DIA to the upside, possibly. To the downside, I am looking at this back test right here at 332 and a back test at 331 this time again to see, you know, if this is really support or not. So we're going to find out. Triple Qs. Okay, so triple Qs is really, they've been the leading indicators, man. They're bullish. It's extremely bullish. Right here, open, boom, support here, 324. Breakout 327 did tag it, but got rejected right there. Found support, consolidating now here, closed 326. So the levels I'm looking out for now is just a break above 327 again on the triple Qs. If you can get above that level, 328.50 is the next level I'm looking for on the triple Qs to keep this bullish momentum, because they're the leading ETF right now with the bullish momentum. But you know, if this is the top, because we are at the top technically right now with the triple Qs, it doesn't have to go to 330 like it wants to or people want it to. This could be the top. Keep that in mind. To the downside, I'm just looking for a break back to 325. 325 doesn't hold. 323 next is in play for me. I'm looking at 320 really to be like the bottom flat line here on the triple Qs, and that'll be a decent pullback. You might find a lot of buyers at that area. If it does pull back that far, we'll see though. IWM, the IWM there. Okay, so IWM, same thing here. A little small breakout here to support 172. Did hit 175, got rejected though. So we are consolidating right here, 174. If it's bullish, upside momentum, break back to 175. You get above that level, 177.50 is a target that they want to tag there, and they'll just get real strong if they do. To the downside, though, I am looking at 173 for a back test and 172.50. If that doesn't hold, next level is I'm looking at for is 170. So to the downside on the IWM, you guys. VIX, volatility, speed of the market. As you can see, it did gap up. The VIX gapped up here. Sold off right there, though, at that level. Sold off right there at that level at $18. So once it sold off at that level of $18, the volatility did come back down. The VIX did sell off again, and it came right here to $17. Consolidated pretty much the whole day. Got another little pop right there, $17.59. Consolidated right there back at the $17 level. So the VIX is really just popping and consolidating back down. That's really what's giving the bulls momentum to, you know, rebuy and buy the dips, honestly. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind with the VIX doing these kind of encounters. You usually expect the VIX to, looking at the 1 month, 3 month out, you expect the VIX to be spiking. You know, that happened back in March. Right there. So this is what you usually normally expect, spikes like that. You see this one, you know, just little spikes in the VIX, that one, this one here, just little spikes, gap up spikes. This is recently early May. So, you know what I'm saying? This is what we're saying right here. Right now, the VIX is over here in a consolidation bubble. So we're just looking for a spike up above or a spike below, and that's going to really indicate your market direction too once you do see this spike in the VIX, and it hasn't done it yet. So stay patient. You stay patient, but it's coming. That move is definitely coming on the VIX because we're consolidating, and it's scrunched up, and it looks like it's scrunched up long enough. So the move or the breakout on the VIX is coming, you guys. To the upside, you know, of course, the stock market is going to go down if the VIX does spike up. So to the upside level, I am looking at for is a break to 1840. If the VIX get to 1840, the bulls better hope it consolidate back down. If not, and it breaks back above to 19, we're looking at a lot of selling pressure in the market to start. And that will just be the start. Once we get to 20 and plus, then that'll be really the start of the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. The market, if you wanted to pull back, that's what you need to be looking out for on the VIX to see if it's making these encounters. To the downside, now you bulls, you obviously want the market to keep going up from what it's doing right here. You're looking really good. You're consolidating every day, slow grind. But, you know, are you getting tired of the slow grind? Who knows? But right now the slow grind looks good. So if the VIX does go back down here to the $16 level, I think you see a big, tremendous buy-in level. A lot of green in the market overall, if you see that. The debt ceiling, keep in mind, that's going to be key with the VIX and all of that as well. The debt ceiling talks and what Powell's going to be saying, that's really going to be moving the VIX this week. So that's really what I'm looking at. Meta. Let's look at Meta. Meta, you guys. Meta, okay, so Meta got a nice little gap up here, but they actually did exactly what the drawing stated on the last recap. Hit the like and subscribe button. So Meta hit right here, you guys. And man, they hit that target of 240 and rejected. And once you see you rejected, that's where they closed at, where it got rejected. So this could be a top. That could be what that's signaling. That's obviously a range where the bulls got to get above to keep that momentum of this gap up here. If not, if you don't see it, if you see the Meta come back down below here, this white line called VWAP, which is the middle, then you'll be seeing a little bit more selling pressure to the bottom here with the red line where the selling signal is kicked off and it will start really flushing. Yeah, so that's just something to be thinking about. You might want to fill that gap right there over here, this gap up from 233 to 237, a little $4 gap up and go. So the Meta could be easily giving that back soon. It's just something to be looking out for. Just something to be looking out for. But from the one-day perspective, right now, you want, like I said, to the upside, you want to see a 240 retest and break. If you can get above that, 242 is your next level. 242.50 is your next level to the upside on Meta. To the downside, though, if this is your top and 240 is the signal there as being a high today since it did reject. To the downside, I'm looking at a break below 237. If that doesn't hold, next level I'm looking for is about 234. All the way back to possibly consolidating, maybe even tagging 232, you guys, to the downside on Meta. Apple. Oh, Apple. Oh, Apple Snapple. So Apple right here open and just sold off at the open. Got straight busy to the support at 171. So that is good, showing signs of support there. Did go back up to 172, and that is showing rejection signals there. So support here at 171 now, and rejection at 172, and that's where it kind of closed. So just now, tomorrow, from the one-day perspective on Apple to the upside, I'm just looking for a break back above 172.50. If you can get back there, you must get to that opening level where you were at yesterday, 173. We claim that level, and then we can start talking 175 if possible. But right now, you want to do that to be even bullish right now, Apple. To the downside, though, I am looking for a break back below the 171, easily flush 170. If you take us down to 170 on Apple, then the market, I think, will start to pull back as well. About 169.50 to the downside on Apple, and we'll be finally entering that area where Apple was before their earnings. They were showing 168 and 167, 169 as resistance, but now they can show it as support. So that's just a level I'm looking at on the downside for Apple and expecting them to do here soon. Tesla. Oh, Tesla. Oh, Tesla. They move crazy today, man. So open here, right here, they did sell off right there at 169. So no 170 at all. We came right here to 165. A lot of puts got entered right there at that moment. People really tried to flush it, but a lot of support stepped in and fought back there. The market makers helped them. 164, and Tesla shot back up to 168 there in the midday, but at midday again, Bear stepped right back in and reclawed them right back down to 165, and it just closed right there 166. So trying to run from that 165 number I see on Tesla, but tomorrow from the one-day perspective to the upside, I'm just looking for a break back above 168. And if you can do that, it needs to try to retest 170 this time for sure to the upside to show that you're bullish at least. If not, if this is your top and 165, I know is going to flush to the downside. I'm looking for about 163.55, possibly to 162.65. That's it, really. Maybe even 162.30 to the downside on Tesla. Google. Oh, Google. Last but not least, Google. And then we're going to look at a couple earnings, and then we're going to wrap it up. Google. So Google, man, everybody expected it to go to 120. Didn't do it today, 118. It did show resistance, got rejected there, sold off easily back to 117. Rejection there again, sold to 116. Found support back at rejection at 117. Support again is 116, you guys. Rejection 117 though, and support is 116. So that's what Google's showing right now. They're letting you know resistance is 117, support is 116. One of them is going to fold tomorrow. That's what you got to be looking out for. But from the one-day perspective to the upside, I am looking at Google to break back. If they do break back above 117.50, I'm looking at a break above all of this yesterday's movement back to even possibly retest the yesterday's highs, 118.40 to the upside on Google. You know, they just got into the AI sector, so they're a hot name right now. You can't really be short there. Remember, they just went from 104 to where they're at now currently. So it could be some pullback due to that big, tremendous move. It could be possible for that, but at the same time, it could be possible for it to hit a target right here. And 120 could be a number they still could hit by the end of the week, too. Keep that in mind. They're not far from it, $4 off. So that's the upside levels I'm looking at. But to the downside, I am looking at this to be the top, though, 116. And if it is, I'm looking for a flush to about 115.20, all the way possibly to 113.50 to the downside on Google. And that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, all that's green. Ethereum is green. It looks like Ethereum's trying to get back to 2K. And Bitcoin's trying to get back to almost 30K again. Here it's pushing. So we'll see. It's right in the middle which way it's going, either 20 or 30. And Ethereum is too. It's either 2,000 or 1,600. You know what I'm saying? So gold, silver's all red, but remember they're up here. And the oil is down as of right now. It's back to the levels it was before it made that tremendous $10 pop, the U.S. oil right there. But we're back to where we started on it. And some earnings that kicked off today is Monday. I want to show you that chart, you guys. Yesterday, it gapped up here. They closed at Friday, 131, gapped up all the way to 152, you guys. So that's a tremendous move right there. That's a tremendous earnings move. And it looks like it's holding, you guys. They're up here playing down trading. So that's an upgrade for Monday. It's something to be looking out for continuation. That's an earnings play. And these how the earnings plays work, you guys. You know, some of them, like I said, they do what they do. They do what they need to do. Some of them wait, and, you know, it'd be confusing. But, you know, I think this week is a week of, you know, companies, they're going to do what they need to do for real. And we got some names to be looking out for tomorrow. We'll be looking at Home Depot. We'll see where they're going. And, you know, we're going to be looking at Target this week and Walmart. And Workhorse, they reported their earnings. They're a penny stock now. But you remember in 2020, they wasn't. They were over here. So this is a good long-term play, man, for real. Could be. Or, you know, they could be about to go out of you know, bankrupt, you know, out of network. So we'll see with that but in the future. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it for today. That's pretty much what happened. That's what to expect tomorrow. Well, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up. We'll see y'all tomorrow with another recap. I have another recap. We'll be ready. And we'll end up seeing what happened tomorrow, you guys. Remember, the move can happen between now and Friday and next Friday. The move is coming, the direction is coming, so we'll see. Stay patient, and you know, it will come to you. Patience pays, you guys. Treasury Secretary Yellen reaffirms U.S. could run out of money to pay bills by early June. So these are headline worries. Stock futures are a little changed as traders await Tuesday debt ceiling negotiations. So the futures are all red right now across the board, and the oil is a little up here, and the 10-year is down. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, what color the market overall be in the morning and pre-market, and that's pretty much it, man. We'll see about the earnings plays tomorrow too. But this was the recap of the spot. QQQ's IWM, DIA, VIX, Meta, Apple, Tesla, Google, with LCAOD. I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap. Peace.